Welcome to Wingman's Hangar, episode 31 on Descendent Studios. I'm Eric Wingman Peterson.
I'm Rob, not Kid Rock Irving.
But you are Design-Eponymous.
I am Design-Eponymous.
But they do think you look like Kid Rock. I've read that.
If I were Kid Rock, we wouldn't have had to go to Kickstarter.
That's true. That's true. It's true. Okay, so if you were new to the show, this is everything about the making of Descent Underground. We're bringing back the popular 90s 6 Degrees of Freedom space shooter, Descent, with Descent Underground. We want to start out by saying thank you to our new backers. There they are. It's still awesome, isn't it? It's incredible.
Welcome.
Special thanks to, oh no, these names are tough.
Yes!
Genazix, Nyalia, and Pocket Doc. Finally in for the easy one. Thank you, Pocket Doc.
Thank you, complicated
Thank
name
you guys
people.
for coming in, and welcome to our new Undergrounders. Look at that.
Boing, boing, boing. We need a little
cool?
bouncing dot.
I know.
Over the
It's
names.
like follow the bouncing dot. It's pretty cool. Coming up today, we've got our weekend review, which includes our studio snapshot. This week's most valuable post, those who kind of recognizes the people on the forums who are making positive contributions to our community, and form feedback with your questions. And I don't believe we have a video this week, so who knows might show up this week. Anyway, let's get to the weekend review. Weapons prediction is in, sort of.
Well, the weapons prediction went well. The missile prediction, not so
Isn't the
well.
missile technically a weapon, though?
We started with the guns.
Yes. The guns worked very well. The missiles currently are in a state of flux.
Mostly involving not being able to fire anything. But
Yeah, or they all work like concussion missiles.
They're only concussion missiles are working in the current iteration. It's actually down to
the
that
missiles
now.
work. The weapons prediction on the server doesn't necessarily. But Jason will be on it. He'll figure it out.
He's got it.
That's gonna. So what that means is whenever we get this working completely, we'll get it out and we'll update the alpha, and we may even take it to beta at some point to let you guys get in and play. As soon as that all starts working, you'll stop seeing a lot of the lag issues that you get.
Hanging laser bolts, particularly that building.
Those are gone.
Laser bolts. Yeah, those went away with that weapon.
Right, but they haven't gotten there.
They haven't seen it yet.
So if you still see that now, soon enough you won't. Mouse fixes are ongoing.
It's getting better.
Turns out though that the original had the exact same problem with the high-end gamer mice. So Pixley kind of talks a little bit about that. Missiles are balanced. Missile balance. I know what this is about. Remember we tried to balance the mega missile where some people would pick up one and carry it around and not fire it. So we thought, okay, well, we'll add a couple megas in there to make it more even. How did that work out?
We had a lot of mega missiles, and that just kind of ruined
It was
the
mega
whole
mayhem.
thing.
It was not fun. It was fun, but it was not as fun. It was like
it
was just stupid silly. Mega. You were literally dying every 2 seconds. So
it was not fun.
We reverted that one. So
that's
absolutely not fixed.
Do over.
Yeah. New hit detection's in though.
It's getting better.
Well, we got the hits. Now the HUD is showing you when you're hitting somebody, and it's showing you being hit and where the hit's coming from.
Yes.
Right. So you'll notice that. You'll be seeing a lot of this stuff in the upcoming patch.
We're working on the sound for that right now as well.
And we have the single-player AI has just been started. We've started working on some rudimentary AI for, bot-type creature things. Well, they're not creatures, but they're bots.
Things.
I think we're using right now the Panzer as our
test bot.
Test bot, yeah, because we have all the weapons and stuff hooked up. So, but that's working, and we're playing, and we're hoping to get that onto the show floor with Alienware. We'd like to get that on the Alienware show floor at Microsoft. So now it's time for this week's Studio Snapshot.
Okay, everybody, I'm ready to merge the weapon prediction to the main branch.
Get your helmets on.
Put on your goggles! Shield your eyes! This is our AI. It's artificial, but it's not very intelligent.
So I did some.
You get it to run?
It's moving. I did some basic AI about 2 weeks ago, where the ship would fly at you and try to basically launch everything at you, and then if it ran out, it would go after an energy power up.
Yeah, he's following me.
But he's he fired some missiles.
Holy crap!
Where's our bot?
I don't know. I blew him up and he won't respawn. This is our super rudimentary. Oh crap! Now I'm fighting two of them. This is our super rudimentary AI that Jason built in order to test weapon prediction. We put him in our test flight map just to see what would happen. He's very dumb, flies panzers, and can't go around walls very well or anything. And it likes missiles. He really likes missiles.
I like missiles.
So, wow, that's always fun. Studio Snapshot. I know Phil looks forward to that every week.
So much going on every week.
It's a lot. But what is going on is the Predator and Augur are moving from the alpha release to the proving grounds. It's going
The
back.
Augur is just being added to the proving ground.
Oh, right, they haven't seen the Augur yet.
Yeah, the Augur is new to them.
Yeah, it is new. And Predator is going to be chucked back into the proving grounds while we balance it out. And that's what undergrounders are for, so people can get in there, and that we'll have. Most people will be playing the main production release, alpha, beta at this time. It'll go to beta or whatever, and then the proving grounds will be where we introduce new weapons and ships and things like that. So the plasma gun is also coming. That'll chuck through the proving grounds first for balance, and the undergrounders will help us balance it, and then it will trickle down through from that point. So if you notice the Predator gone away, it's only moved. We also are just about done with our new gameplay trailer. Gameplay, that's harder to say than you think. Gameplay trailer. So I think we got a little sneak peek, right, Mike?
You freelancers want any of these rads, you better get down here quick. I'm right by the reactor. Crap!
Well, that was a very quick sneak peek.
It's a very sneaky.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking so far. We've got a little bit more editing to do, a little more beefing up of some things, but we're really liking where it's going, and it tells a little bit of story. It kind of gives you a hint about some of the upcoming single-player story we'll be working on. Woo! You know what time it is? It's time for the new segment, the Hot Topic. Well, we got a hot topic to talk about with PyroJockey, Designopotamus. So he wants to talk about flares. Flares. We don't
like
have
wearing your 15 pieces of flares.
Yeah, like your flare. Like I'm wearing flare here. I'm blinging it up. No, he's talking. He's talking about the flares in the game itself. Now they're not in our game yet, but they are coming, right?
Yeah, they're gonna come.
So what do you see some of the uses for them?
I mean, the tactical uses are pretty obvious. It's like when we have flares, we can make darker areas of the map that you can then light. Also, being able to add lights that are dynamic in the environment that you could shoot out. So in a dark place, if you have flares, you could light it up, but people would be in the dark, as it were. Although laser grids would make for excellent lighting of a tunnel like that.
Yeah, except when they appear right before you.
Oh yeah, that's always awesome. A lot of people like to use them for like a taunt, sort of. Now we don't currently have the sit there and spin out before you die animation, so it wouldn't be as useful. Your camera is still active after you die, so you could in theory see it. But I'm not sure if we want to do that old spin out before you die thing or not.
I don't know. Haven't seen the need it so far.
Doesn't add a lot, yeah.
It's more of a death cam, really. It's kind of some games do that, some don't. I guess we can see if we want to add it or whatever, but I don't know.
The other thing is, are we going to make them stick to walls, which they used to do, which I think we would once we put them.
Of course. Opening doors, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, the mining laser does that now. See,
It does.
We've got that working, so you don't need flares to do that, although that means a zero energy option as opposed to the mining laser, which uses like a couple of energy.
I kind of like the idea of it, if you can attach it to a cloaked enemy, and just kind of light them up, tagging them, so to speak. Yeah, this guy's not really cloaked. Dink. Of course, you have to not let that happen to teammates. That's a trolling situation. We have to be careful. So we like the conversation. If you want to get in on the topic, PyroJockey on the forums has it. It's this week's hot topic.
That's better.
Yeah, much better.
Something was really wrong for a little while.
So we've got Shogun sent us in some T-shirt pics. There he is right there with Pyro Bait, the smallest. We've got Grumpy Cat in the middle and PyroGod on the right.
The 290X is
the 290X
is a blast.
Too. Right. Now, that's pretty cool. That's the whole family. One of the things we like about Descent is that it's not really a blood and gore game. It's something you can share with the family. Family game. Awesome. Thank you. And it looks like we're coming onto a new platform. Should we make the official announcement? Only 60 million of those things out there.
Where you pilot a square in 6 degrees of freedom and fire other squares.
I don't think that can handle 6 degrees, the 3D environments. We'd have to make it a side scroller at best. Thanks, Sergeant Craig, for that. That was pretty funny. And now here's Keith McCormick with this week's most valuable post.
Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we celebrate someone who's made a positive contribution to Descent Underground. This week, we chose to celebrate a post that wasn't really funny and it wasn't really emotional, but it was really important. We're celebrating somebody who posted a very detailed and specific bug report and then worked with our techs to figure out what was wrong so that we could fix it. So congratulations, Vex Descent. You're this week's most valuable poster.
Congratulations to Descent for winning that. He's a pretty decent fella. Has to be done. It has to be done.
Oh,
That's a decent joke.
I just steal my... No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes. We got to do also, because we're out on alpha, or at least alpha backers, our early access, we're now streamers. People are streaming the game. So Plaid Hatter and Star Machinist got together and played a game. Look at that, they're pretty cool. He's our very own agent of the underground, Star Masochist.
Thanks for spreading the word.
Yeah, helping to spread the word.
We
So,
appreciate
right, if you want to get your stuff featured here, you want to have your videos shown, and you're streaming our game, let us know. We'll put you up and on, and we'll show people how to get to your site. And you send them our way, we send them your way. You say tomato, I say tomato. We'll do this together until we get to the bottom of the decent joke. Anyway, so
That died.
That died.
painfully.
Yeah, they're not all clear. A lot of them are clunkers. While on the subject of streamers, Star Machinist also noticed this. Oh. Yes, the funny part about this image, hold here, Michael, is that we were playing a game, I was streaming, and the Mega was coming obviously right at me, okay? But look at my face. Look at me. I am not happy that I'm about to get Mega. There is no dodging at that point.
That is a very, very unhappy face there by Eric Wingman Peterson.
I got away. That didn't get me. Yeah.
Sure.
We do have a new Mega Missile explosion in too, which is pretty
We do.
cool.
It's
Yeah,
pretty,
yeah. I don't think that's out there for them yet
Explodey.
either. Yeah,
No,
it's
no, not
exploding.
yet.
Oh, and now what time is it?
What time is it?
It's time for forum feedback.
All right. From Deflux was Ships that Fight Underground originally inspired by Descent, or did the direction change significantly after you got the Descent name? Also, what made you personally want to make Ships that Fight Underground? So that's kind of a few parts question. So the original idea was inspired by
It was
Descent.
absolutely inspired by Descent, and it just, with modifications, we remodified some of the modifications when we got the Descent name, I guess, a little bit.
Well, no, we changed significantly because there's certain things that are iconic to Descent that we brought. So it's a little bit of both. We were inspired by the original Descent. We all loved it so much. We played it so much that we took a look around and went, okay, what do we want to do as a team? And we talked about several different, things to do, genres and game types. And ultimately, Descent was just a no-brainer. It was such it had been 16 years since one came out, and there's a whole generation of people who've grown up, don't know anything about it, and it's a game we all love.
It's tragic.
And yeah, it is. Not for long. It's actually not. It's opportunistic. It's an opportunity.
Great that we're getting into.
I think Sub-Level 0 just came out, which is kind of a rogue-like one, a little bit Descent-y with old school graphics, and that's been pretty fun to play. And it's on Steam, and so go check that out. We'll be heading there soon. And what personally made us want to make Ships that Fight Underground or Descent Underground now? What about you?
I mean, for me, the gameplay was so novel. The approach to the shooter is just, it makes it stand out from other shooters. And when there are so many shooters out there, being able to do something that feels so different is huge as far as design goes.
But somebody's trying to sneak in on us. Different, but yet familiar in a sense that it's a first-person shooter, and now you just have more opportunity to move, in verticality and in 6 degrees. And so, what made it for me was I just had so much fun playing it back at Origin in the day, and I wanted to play it again. And honestly, I've had just as much fun playing in our office and playing with them out there in the Proving Grounds and into the alpha so far. So,
of course, STFU. How could you resist that?
I do like STFU. My kids like it. My wife won't let them wear the shirts to school, but
I understand.
Yeah, I do. From Zero, also an undergrounder. Has tricording been implemented yet? I can't really feel a speed change when I do it.
Strangely enough, tricording was implemented and then broken by movement prediction. So it was there for a while.
Yeah.
You just never got to.
And it will come back.
Yes.
It will make it come back.
Yes, we're aware of the problem.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's on the list. We want to do it. It's just not there yet. And it's funny because it came out and not many people noticed that it wasn't there, which we thought it would be a little more noticeable. And then somebody went, hey, where's tricording? And we went, yeah, where is it? You know, and so
It's just going to make all those old schoolers even more difficult to fight.
yeah,
when
right.
we get them back in.
Yeah. So it'll be coming again. There's a lot on the list. It's on the list, and there's priorities on the list, and that probably is not top of the list, but it's on that list. So.
Yes.
From Star Machinist, can we have an external view mode in the future? I'd love to see my ship special animations for competitive reasons. Perhaps you could allow it in free flight mode, but not in actual matches. So we do already have a chase cam available, but it's not it's not active for the release.
Right.
We might be able to put it in like single player though, or something.
That'd be interesting to be able to do that. I mean, and plus, I'd like to do a spectator mode too, which would allow you to see it from somebody else's perspective.
Yeah, you can watch the game as it's going on. As long as we find some way of them not cheating on TeamSpeak, saying watch this guy around the corner. Or whatever. Maybe we delay it a little. We'll figure it out, but we definitely have that on the plate.
That would also be really good for machinima projects. Anybody want to be able to see their own ship for those kind of things.
That is true. That's a good
Easy
point.
through.
So yes is the answer to that question. From Vadim5. One Vadim5, one Vadim5. Was it Vadim5? Adam 5? Was it Adam 13? Or one of the two. Are there going to be maps
12.
that take... Okay, it was 12, wasn't it? But 13's one more, which is one more than 11, or 12 was. Are there going to be maps that take place outside of the underground? For example, space, near the moon, asteroid surface, Mars, orbit, and so on.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're starting by keeping the gameplay focused is kind of really important for Descent. It feels very different when you're in wide open spaces. Basically, it
Yeah, like you
feels
can't hit anybody.
impossible to fight anybody. Exactly. So
Well, that's where, I mean, honestly, that's why, you know, Descent 3 did not fare as well as Descent 1 and 2, is that it got decent reviews, but it was not, gameplay-wise, it wasn't as fun.
It wasn't the same.
It was fun in the mines, it just, once you took it out of the open space, it was like, it kind of lost a little bit of its mojo.
it was a very different feeling game. It felt more like a flight game than a Descent game.
Yeah, and the thing is, one of the reasons we're in tunnels, as Rob just talked about, is it focuses the gameplay. It keeps people, you know, it allows you to create traps. It allows you to chase down corridors and tunnels. It allows you to use strategy to create situations that are good for you. So that are maybe akin to your play style. So right now it'll be in the tunnels. Now, that being said, we do have some maps where you're going out in rings, right?
But you're still indoors.
But you can see out. You can see through the holes. And
Sure.
you'll be able to see space. So
Yes.
you won't be able to touch it. But you can fire missiles through it to the
Yes.
other rings and stuff. So yeah, you won't be able to go out in there though, because we're going to constrain you, because that's what makes the game fun. From Deserved Victory, he is an undergrounder. I know you can't spill the beans. Well, we could. But any leads on what kind of elements you're planning to add to the game? What tools are you going to give players to customize gameplay? Tools. This is a Rob question.
Well, I mean, two very different questions there. I mean, the elements we're going to add to the game is, of course, we've got a whole slate of ships and weapons that need to be added in.
Sure.
Mining still needs to be folded back into the game.
Right,
Once we have
exactly.
a chance to work on it.
Resource gathering needs to be put in there.
Correctly.
Right. We haven't put that in yet either.
Yeah. All of that's coming in. Those are the near term. As far as tools for affecting the game, I guess he's talking about like
Tools and gadgets, maybe.
for making modded local servers, for instance. That's a more long-term question. First, we have to work things out with Epic. We can't just
do.
hand out the editor.
But we are
with
talking
all
to
that
them
stuff.
right now, actually.
We are in talks with them. Yes, exactly. So that's to be determined. I mean, what we want people to be able to do is certainly is to build maps.
Well, maps are going to be easy.
Yeah.
And we have to figure out how it's all going to work too, because what you don't want to do is, like when we do the matchmaking, we don't want to have like everybody's server just show up and then somebody go click on something and they don't have the mod tool needed to play that. So we have to sort out exactly how that's all going to work. The easy thing is, once we get the tools out there to you guys can go off and make your maps and do whatever, and then you can at least, you may not show up in the server list, but you can at least share with your friends to where they can find you through an IP or something, and then you can create your mod over here and then submit it to us later to be included in the main universe, and then we go from there. So yeah, that's a great question actually, and it's definitely on the list. We would like to. We're taking a good hard look at what Ark Survival has done, because we think that's a pretty cool way of doing it. The earlier we can get you guys doing stuff, the better.
And the other thing that we probably missed on that answer was that we're planning a bunch of options, match configuration options.
Yes.
That is a
Checkboxes.
way of changing what's present and how games work, so that you will have the ability to set up servers that have a classic set of rules that you want, or just no mega missiles, or what have you. So
No
we're
laser
planning
grids.
a longer list of those. Yeah, no laser grids would be an option.
It's funny how I read that question and totally missed entirely the point of the question. I was talking about tools and gadgets, and then you brought it back around to what he actually was asking. So thanks, Rob, for saving that question. From the Gabinator, if you're a member of the Underground or have alpha or beta access, will you be able to get the game free on Steam Early Access?
Well, technically, yeah.
I mean, yes is the answer to that question.
Yeah, you'll get a Steam key. Is the that is the
Well, you won't need
simple
one.
answer.
Okay, so you'll either be able to get the game on Steam or be able to get the game off Steam. So,
Yeah.
but they're the same game. It's the same game.
Yeah.
When you download it from Steam, it's no different than downloading it from our site. So, it'll show up on your Steam settings. It'll show up as a game you can play. You'll be able to ask your friends to join, all that kind of stuff. So you'll have a choice. Now, if you haven't downloaded the game yet and you're waiting for Steam Early Access, then yes, you'll definitely be able to get it through Steam. So we'll put it on alpha, beta, and probably everybody else just before we get to Steam. Or we may have everybody else and some of the beta guys go to Steam and download it so we can test that process. Yeah. We think today we just got like our first depot up on Steam, so we may be able to transfer over there. We're getting close. Yeah, right. It's but anybody that has bought the game or pre-purchased or whatever you want to backed us to this point will have that game.
You will all be playing
the day or the day before it goes to Steam. So yes. Oh, and we have a surprise question.
A surprise
from
question?
Fluffball.
Uh-oh.
When will Wingman stop team killing me? I've had to wall him in with laser grids for my own safety.
That's a good tactic to use against Wingman. Or just steal the mega missile so he can't have it. It's a very important tactic. But I will tell you that in the newer iterations of Capture the Core, there should be a rather stiff personal score penalty for team killing. So
as soon as that happens,
if he's willing to never ever win a match ever again, then he can keep on doing it. But he will probably get some really low scores. Is all I'm saying.
I've never ever intentionally team killed too many people.
He's like, oh, well, there was 2 other people in there with you guys, so that was enough kills.
I have no rest of the script. Where do we go from?
He's lost. He's adrift.
Thank you, Michael.
Wingman is at sea.
You can have the okay. So anyway, yes, that'll happen. We'll get the rest of the script going.
That's the end of forum feedback, I guess.
I guess so.
The script ran out, so we're just done. That's it. I'm out of here. I can't work in these conditions.
Coming up at Descendent Studios, we're close to alpha and Steam. Well, we're already on alpha. We're close to beta. And Steam Early Access. We've also got some collectible trading cards for Steam coming in. They're going to be fun for you guys to collect, have fun with, share with your friends, that kind of stuff. The torch is going away very soon. We're really close to unlocking the torch.
Almost there.
I know. As soon as we get to that stretch goal, the torch is gone forever. We'll probably put another ship in with similar stats, but it won't be the torch. So if you don't have one, you need to get one. Or if you back now, you get one automatically.
Yes.
Crowdfunding counter will be going away. We'll be moving away from the crowdfund model. There's been a lot of crowdfunding discussion lately in a lot of different areas, and so once we figured that once we go to Steam, we're not really crowdfunding anymore because people are going to be playing the game. So once we're on early access, we're just going to take that down. It's not relevant to what we're doing anymore, and we're going to probably go away from stretch goals. Don't really need to do those anymore because there'll be things added to the game, so just be prepared for that.
We'll still keep track of the number of people on our
site.
Of course,
we'll see, because we got to count the Steam people. I'm not sure whether we'll keep the number of people. We'll definitely take the number of the money number down, but maybe let us know what you think.
It would be nice to also be able to put up, how many people are playing right now.
Yes,
up there instead.
We can do that. We definitely can do that, and we already have the page that shows.
We have to do some work on that, but we could get some.
Weapons convergence. We're going to start working on some.
We're going to try that and see how it works. We're not sure
it's a good idea. Make the reticle worth something.
We're not sure if it's a great idea or not, but we're going to try it and probably on proving grounds and see
if we do it. It's going to be adjustable by you guys, the end users. That will do it to where you can adjust your reticles to where they're shorter, longer, medium, to your own play style. So,
or maybe we make that a tech tree element so you can unlock that.
I like that tech tree element. Maybe unlocked. And we have a stress test today. What does that mean? That means when this show is over, I'm going to be streaming. We're all going to be playing online. So come join us and play in the alpha with us and have some fun. Or the beta, whatever is out by then.
Whichever one
if Jason could get the missiles working, we'll expand to the beta people.
You can't go to beta without your mega missile working.
How
can you team kill anybody? Yes, you can't fire the mega missile currently.
I can't.
Eric, team kill.
I can't go on. Thanks to our underground members and all your backers. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here with this lousy programming for you to not watch. Subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook.
Why are you
and
still
Twitter
here?
channels. Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry. Apologies. Submit your forum feedback questions, and if you put some videos in, otherwise the Wing Noob's going to show back up. And we will see you all underground.
Once upon a time, there was a boy who lived in the desert. The desert was very boring, but he longed to have a big adventure one day. Then he met a couple of robots and decided to go save the galaxy. And a pretty girl. Hey. So they all went to look for the crazy old man that lives in the desert. He told the boy his dad was a Jedi Knight and gave him a magic sword. Then it was time to go to space, but first they needed a ship and a captain. That guy seemed good. Plus, he had a big hairy sidekick. So they all went to Alderaan, but it exploded, so they went to the Death Star instead. They got chased by some guys, saved the pretty girl, lost the crazy old man, and got away. Then they came back and blew it up. And they all lived happily ever after, until the bad guys found their secret base and messed everything up. The captain and the pretty girl and the hairy sidekick hid in some space relics. Well, the boy went to learn to be a real Jedi Knight, just like his dad. But a big monster ate the ship. And the boy wasn't very good at it. So he went to Cloud City, where the captain ran into his best friend in the whole entire galaxy. Sorry, second best, who betrayed them. Then the boy arrived to save the day. But he was a little bit late and a whole lot in trouble. Maybe he should have practiced more. That was when the boy got some very surprising news about his dad.
What up, son?
He didn't take it very well.
You kidding me?
This time they didn't live so happily ever after, especially the captain. So his friends went to rescue him. It didn't go so well, so they tried a different plan. That one didn't go so well either. Fortunately, it all worked out in the end. Unfortunately, the bad guys were building a new Death Star, so the boy and his friends went on a secret mission to go blow it up again. Until they got caught by man-eating teddy bears, who became their new friends. The boy spent the day with his dad and got to meet his dad's boss.
Nice to meet you.
Meanwhile, in space, it was a trap. But their new friends fixed things, and the boy's dad saved the day. And the Death Star exploded again, and they all lived happily ever after. Except for that guy. The end.